Hello and welcome to another episode. Oh no, excuse me. Hello and welcome to another match of Echo Arena VRML, mixing things up, and we're about to be underway with this game. Take it from here, NightFiree.
Yes, thank you, Sput. I'm happy to be here. We have Nantes Esport versus Quackheads, a master tier matchup coming at you this afternoon. It is it's a good way to kick off the weekend, you know, the Friday, firing up with a high-octane match. Both these teams veterans in this league. They've been around for a while. I'm very excited to kind of tune in, you know, hear what these teams, how they're coordinating, exactly what they're going to do, what sort of a play style they bring to the table today. I know guaranteed we're going to see some incredible speed out of both of these teams. They are going to be super fast with those stacks. This joust is going to be a very quick one. And it's the excitement of the master tier, you know. It's going to be a solid back and forth.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we're waiting for the teams to ready up once again. So I'm gonna see what they're doing. I think we're gonna ping them again, tell them to ready up, and we're ready to start this matchup.
Yeah, I think they're just organizing themselves. They should be ready to fire things up soon enough. Both teams now 4 apiece, and just moments away from Quackheads versus Nantes Esports. I think it's the other way around on that scoreboard. I think Nantes is on blue, if I'm not mistaken. Quackheads on orange today. They did a little swap there at the start.
That is correct, and they are now fixed, so we're just waiting on this. As always, I am not the best stream producer, but you know, we get the match to you and we get it running, and the caption's pretty good if I say so myself. But there are always a little bit of issues. But with that being said, looks like we're about to start this up. These teams have been talking to one another, and just gotta give the ready up ping.
It's going to be a good lobby. It's going to be, I mean, this is going to be a fun one to tune into. The stack speed is going to be insane here. This is what I'm really looking at. And then, of course, you know, everything else that you expect out of a master team. You know, on-point passes, very few mistakes. And if there is any mistakes, there's going to be some. You know, the other team is going to be able to capitalize on that. And so it's going to really come down when you get into this master tier. It's really, can you perform a perfect match? Can you execute perfectly? Can you hit all of your passes? You know, there's a lot of elements that get factored in. You know, into what exactly the end result is here on these master tiers. It's not just gosh, I don't know what to expect with Nantes and Quackheads today. I think looking at the connoisseur votes, if I'm not mistaken, Nantes here the actual favorite, although in their terms of rank they are ranked 10th and Quackheads are ranked 8th. Interesting to see that Nantes have that dominant vote on the site, but hey, that's where the connoisseurs are going, and I know that a lot of these folks do highly value their connoisseur rating. And if you aren't familiar with that, we have a system on the website where if you have an account in the league, you can go ahead and vote for what team you think is going to win. If you are right or wrong, it's tracked as a statistic on the website, and some people have made quite a serious effort to maintain a solid connoisseur rating over the course of a season. You know, I think we should give maybe a reward to the most accurate connoisseur at the end of a season, Sput.
I definitely agree. A lot of people put a lot of effort into the connoisseur vote, and they take it very seriously. And you know, they like their predictions. So I think that would be a great idea. I think we could have one for each region, or maybe globally. Maybe try and get everyone to participate and learn about all the regions if it's a more global thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Kind of encourage voting on EU matches if you're NA. Encourage you to tune into those matches when you maybe normally wouldn't. Yeah, it could be an interesting concept. We'll definitely explore it. I mean, it's always it's ever evolving, really. You know, with the changes this season alone. You know, we've seen a lot of shifting in how the VRML operates day to day. You know, so I'm sure that's something that we can get going as well. But it's a fun little additional thing that we've added in, and I really don't know what these two teams are delaying for. There's just kind of a lot of chatter. Everyone seems pretty loose. Nobody really too terribly concerned. But yeah, I don't know what the holdup is here. We've been waiting in lobby with both teams ready for quite a while. They've been pinged multiple times to start up. I think finally maybe they're seeing those, and we'll be able to get into this match. There is the ready up, and geez, I can't wait any longer, Spud. I need some Echo action in front of me.
I definitely agree. I was about to start asking some random questions just to start killing time. You know, we were talking yesterday during the Synapse match, and I think the question came up, what's your favorite candle scent?
Oh, I had one in here that was pretty good. I can't remember what it was, though. I'm more of like, if I can get like some kind of beach scent, I'm all for it, but...
Live Demon DJ definitely does not like he remembers it. He remembers my answer. They are not a fan of the candle scent. It's so innocuous. It's such an easy question. But with that being said, we are about to begin with this first round in this Quackheads versus Nantes esports matchup. So to take it will be Middleman sending it forward to Gobshite. Gobshite quickly getting stunned out by this defense, and sending it forward will be Alikos into the hands of Charlie 13.
A bit of a bouncing there off of the side, goes a bit wide, does get snagged up, pass forward to Ninja. Ninja with an open goal 3, gets it sunk in there, and a bit of a slow recover on defense there results in Nantes with an early 3.
So not to correct you, but it is French, so it's Nantes, but so just a small adjustment. But with that being said, it's now in the hands of Quackheads, so Middleman to QB taking it forward. Middleman, who we've seen goalie many times, and he's very good in the pocket, in the bubble, and in the crease. So Alikos now with it at bubble, looking forward, trying to find this forward pass. He's gonna send it. It's gonna bounce off the Geo. This is a chance for that stack from Quackheads to capitalize, and sending it to the shield. A little bit out of position on that pass. So the boss now with it, looking for an opportunity, and he's gonna send it to the back line.
Call out for that back pass. There's a good steal. A nice intercept from Swift. Dives in and snags it, able to clear it down the tunnel. The stack is back for Quackheads, and they're here to defend. But it looks like we're into a bit of a 2v2 here. Let's see what happens as they work inside the bubble. The pass to the backside. The goalie blocked. Gets stunned out. He goes for the snag, but he's stunned on that follow-up. A really good bit of work there on that attack from Charlie and Swift.
An absolutely great play, and Swift being one of my co-casters, one of the casters for VRML. It's good to see him play. And with that, it's going to be in the hands of Quackheads once again to send it left, and that stack just barely missing that challenge, and this long shot opportunity on the dodge, but it's going to be off point, and it's going to be slapped out towards the wall.
Gosh, that is such a quick shot to try and make, too. You're under pressure. You're getting blitzed by 2 very fast, and he almost sends it in. Just dings off the corner. Still, though, possession in the hands of Quackheads. Into the bubble. There's a good stun out from Charlie. He dives out, blocks that attempt on goal. And they had everyone set up around the zone, but they decided to go for that charge. Now they're trying to get their stack set up so they can get back to their side and grab disc. And Quackheads managed to maintain control for now. And it's been a good while here since we've had a point scored, which is exactly what they needed to do. They needed to regain a little bit of control in this round because Nantes with an early 5 is rough. There's the open 3 off the backboard, goes a bit wide on the lower end.
So not able to find that shot from distance. They'll send it into bubble though. Middleman with the attempt, the boss. So the boss with the assist by Middleman. He's going to be able to find it at 3 meters. So Quackheads will finally put some points on the board. Nearly a minute on that goal time.
The inside the bubble passing from these teams is so fun to watch, you know, and I think that sometimes they try and play off that knowledge, you know, that the other team knows that there's going to be passes going on inside the bubble, and I think what we did see was an attempt of sort of a dive just to go in and not pass, and so there's just so many mind games that go on, you know, in this. In the minute-to-minute action or second-to-second action of Echo Arena that maybe you don't even think about. There's a good pass to the upside of the bubble, gets stunned out, goes a bit wide. Still, though, in the control of Nantes. And looking to set something up there. Another pass bouncing off of Geo and a good bit of a clear. No, doesn't get an optimal path line. Still inside the zone of Quackheads. Finally They get rid of it, and maybe now we can see a stack and clear up to the zone of Nantes.
And to pick it up at their back line will be Nantes, so Nantes with it now. Alikos, the captain of Nantes, sending it forward, and that shot's going to come through. That one's almost going to be on target. It will be stopped, but that steal will come through, so Gobshite able to put 2 more on the board. And now only a 1-point game in favor of Nantes.
Quackheads keeping it close here with a couple of 2s. A good bit of brawling there from Gobshite to dive in, get the stun, snag the disc, and dunk it in. Excellent bit of work there. Now we'll see what Nantes do as they grab this disc and set up for a midfield push. And I do like that we're not seeing any really too over-aggression out of Quackheads on these jousts. They're staying pretty reserved inside their zone, but that doesn't really pay off. Charlie nearly finds himself a 3 just inside the bubble, gets himself a 2, but regardless, Nantes now up by 3.
A great snag at the ceiling under pressure, able to just turn and find the shot. So it's 7 meters, like you said, just barely inside the bubble. 11-second goal time on that. Back to Quackheads. Middleman to QB, opting to go right. And looking for that cross and finding the Irony Man, and Irony Man right to the wall. So Gobshite now with it, sending it back towards the wall, and they're going to send it back to the backline player, but not so quick to challenge. They're going to send that forward for the clear, and looking to find it will be Charlie 13 to finish it off at 6 meters.
An easy open 2. He just wanted to get it in. He couldn't really afford to push back and go for the 3. It would have been, you know, there would have been enough time for Quackheads to get there and defend, but instead goes for that smart 2. He knows they don't, you know, points are points, and now it's a 5-point lead. So Quackheads need to start getting some sort of momentum going here. I think maybe they've been trying to go too quick out of their joust. They seem to recognize that, and they're staying tighter as a team here. It's going to be a short passes that get them up in the against this defense, because man, this Nantes Esports midfield defense is super aggressive. They are diving quick on this disc and forcing these mistakes. There's an open 3 that goes a bit wide off the backboard, still into the hands of Nantes.
So not able to hold it at the back line. Ninja Knight getting rid of it right before that defender would come behind him and try and make the stun. So getting that stop will be Gobshite. Gobshite sending that forward to the boss. The boss trying to look for that long shot opportunity, but Swift will shut it down with that interception. Swift sending it to Bowtie. Ninja Knight now with it. Ninja Knight sending it right back to Swift, and Swift and Ninja Knight on that give and go. And that shot will come through, but it's going to be right off the crossbar. And it will sail past both those players towards Tube, and not looking to recover it. Able to get to it will be Alikos.
And just like the little things there, here's a nice snag from the hands of the boss. The open 3 gets in. That's exactly what they needed. A excellent bit of work from the boss there to get Quackheads back in it. But what I wanted to point out was just the little things there of Nantes getting their hands on that disc. They had the stack, and they send one to stun out the individual going for the disc, and the other one to go forward and grab it. And it's that just like innate teamwork that these teams have that you just love to see, you know, stuff that maybe you wouldn't even think about happening happens so naturally for these squads. There's a good bit of an intercept coming in, and clear, stack and clear. This might be another open 3 opportunity. No, goes a bit wide.
Quackheads needed that. They could have put themselves in the lead, but they'll miss that opportunity to get that stun and behind goal and not have that angle, and they'll try and send that out to the wall, but not able to find it. And then a bit of a fight at the wall. They're gonna throw it wide. It's gonna be picked up by not with that incoming defender, sending it to mid, and it will be in the hands of Swift. Swift sending that forward, but that interception will stop that opportunity.
The back and forth. And if you're just tuning in, we're 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in this first round of this master tier matchup. Quackheads versus Nantes, and a bit of jousting in the midfield for disc possession. Finally goes to the way of Quackheads, the clear downrange. There's the stack. They're in time. The 2 gets sunk in. Excellent bit of teamwork from Irony and the boss man there to get things rolling. Now we have a tie game, 9-9 with 2 minutes left.
And they're able to come back just like that. They're able to capitalize on these long passes, shut them down, find the interceptions. Although they made a few misses, both of these teams have made a few misses on goal at distance, but it hasn't punished them just yet, as this is still even. but they're going to look to get into the lead, and with that forward pass to Swift going for that 3 attempt, that one's going to be wide. It's going to be picked up by the boss. Quackheads going for a clear, looking to find that boost down court, and it will be picked up by Middleman setting it forward for that shot, and that's almost good. It will bounce off the shield, and it will be loose along the wall.
A bit of pressure there, forcing that wide toss onto goal. He had 3 open passes he could have gone to, but instead he gets kind of instantly blitzed and has to go for that toss there. Doesn't get the option to read for his teammates. And now we're getting a bit of jousting inside the zone of Nantes. Luckily, gets snagged by Alacosta in the mid, and they are able to clear it up. That could have been bad news for Nantes, as we do get down now to a minute left in round 1. The passing up here, good bit of passing, good stun work there from the boss. He's gonna be able to slap that one back into the zone of Nantes. There's the miss intercept, and now it's gonna be an opportunity for Quackheads maybe to get their hands on this. No, there's a good clear from Nantes. And now maybe an open goal. No, everyone's back in time. We're gonna have a brawl inside the zone. There's a good snag from Gobshite, and he's gonna send that one down. Gets intercepted by Charlie. Nantes holding on to the possession here.
And with possession will be Alacost looking to ceiling, getting it to Swift looking forward, but under pressure, able to come away with that, but still not able to find the shot. Middleman will shut down that opportunity. It's still tied with 15 seconds on the clock. Ninja Knight now with it, sending it forward. Not needs to get into that bubble of Quackheads. They need to put these points on the board. At the floor, it will be Charlie. Charlie will find it under pressure with that backline player of Quackheads. So with that, that's going to be the first round of non.
Wow, this is why you tune in to Master Tier matchups. A last second 2-pointer locked in by Nantes. What an insane back and forth inside the zone of Quackheads there. Ultimately, the chaos results in, I mean, he was on it. He was there with the defender was on top of him. He was trying to stun him out, and he somehow managed to sink it in around him. I mean, under pressure, gets it. You couldn't ask for a more high pressure moment there. And Nantes now with a 1-round lead on the series. What a start to Friday afternoon.
Absolutely, and it's Friday night in EU, and I know all these players are excited. This is what they've been looking forward to for the day. You know, everyone looks forward to these weekend matchups. Europe has a lot more, master tier matchups during the weekend than NA does. More of the games are collected around the weekend in the master tier. And these are big days for master tier games. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's always in the evenings, and they're always great games to cast, and I'm always happy to be casting them. And with that being said, these teams are ready to start the second round.
Yes, contrary to popular belief, if you are just tuning in, that UI up top isn't showing any wins, but Nantes has locked in this round 1 W, and here's the Quackheads taking the joust out the gate. They need to lock in this round if they want to push it out to a best of 3, because right now Nantes have the advantage, albeit slight. There's a good bit of clear and push up and a self goal. That's better than a 3, so Middleman able to at least get a hand on it. What would have been a shot on an open goal for a 3-pointer ends up in a 2.
And with that goal going to Middleman not able to find the save, and Quackheads looking to take the second round, force a third one. So Middleman with it now, sending it to floor into the hands of Irony Man, actually on that follow-up pass. Look at this quick passing for them. Short passing, trying to pull that Nantes stack out of position. They've been having difficulty with it. They will send it forward to Irony Man at mid. Irony Man looking down court, looking for that shot attempt.
Wow.
It's going to be shut down, so Alacost now with it and sending it forward for that pass.
That had the right trajectory, it had the right angle, nearly goes in, but gets snagged out by Nantes. And now the slap up, is that going in? No, dings off the corner, nearly slapped in for a 3, but instead Quackheads hang on to this tight 2-point disadvantage instead of having it be 5. Now they're trying to work their way up into Nantes' zone, and theirs might be an opportunity. No, bounces off a wide toss on goal. Nantes now with hands on disc.
And they'll throw that interception to Irony Man. Irony Man sending it forward off the Geo. Will go in the hands of Swift. Swift sending it right back towards that bubble. And looking to capitalize on this is not, but coming through will be a defender of Quackheads. A little bit of a challenge there along the wall. Alacost will lose possession, and Gobshite will pick it up and look for that clear with his stack.
And just to get it to at least the midfield, where this game has really been, most of the action has been unfolding, at least in this second round. A lot of midfield brawling. Finally, Quackheads may be able to set something up, but the stuns on the back end are slowing down their progression up here into the zone of Nantes. Just some really good brawling going on to force out a bit of a slower Quackheads than maybe they would hope for. And now, finally, they may have an opportunity to step up inside the bubble. There's a missed pass, and that's going to get punished by Nantes.
And it will be slapped for that short pass, able to get through this defense, but losing possession will be a player from Nantes. Alacost sending it forward to that pass to Swift. Swift through mid, and it will bounce up towards the ceiling into the hands of Charlie 13, sending it forward into that bubble. And this Quackheads defense is quick to recover, but they're feeling that pressure from Nantes. Nantes is not holding back. They're applying pressure in the bubble, trying to cause these errors, and it will make that steal, so Charlie 13 sending it forward.
Good bit of setup inside the zone. A great stun from Irony Man grabs the disc. Doesn't quite clear it though. Good pass to the backside. There's Middleman with an excellent steal. Perfectly lines himself up inside the path of that shot. Snags disc, and still the disc floating around inside the zone of Quackheads. Another pass to the backboard. Another shot goes wide. Dings off of the corner. Still another one off the back side of the goal. Charlie this time finally puts it in. Nantes with a couple of missed shots. Eventually put another 2 onto the board.
So we will have a little bit of time stoppage there, but not able to recover all of those rebounds. And that's 3 shot attempts. Finally, the third one's a charm. It will go in the goal. But really just a great series of shots and just great challenges from Nantes.
Just had really good positioning inside the bubble. You know, they were able to react off of those rebounds very well and keep the disc into their hands and keep it floating around the zone of Quackhead so that eventually they could just continue to set up these passes to the backboard for the 2-point. And again, if you are just tuning in, we are into round 2. Nantes has taken that first round, and if they continue this momentum, they continue this energy they've got now, they may very well lock in this series if they can take this round.
Absolutely, and when they come back to the game, it will be just advantage to Quackheads, and Quackheads wants to start capitalizing on offense. They're just not able to work into that bubble, find their rebounds. They've been making these long distance shots. They've been making shots on open goal in the previous round. But Nantes defense seems to adjust well to Quackheads' play style. They are able to read these passes. They're able to shut them down. And a lot of intercepted clears at mid. Both teams have been shutting down these angles for clears and giving each other a hard time getting it out of their bubble.
You know, I think maybe they just, I think you're right. I think Nantes is adjusting to the joust offense that Quackheads have been putting out. I think initially when they started in round 1, they were trying to go fast, and that ended up in a couple of picks on the backside. And so then they tried to tighten up their midfield and go with those short passes in this round, and that really hasn't been working too well. So maybe they need to go back to the speed, try and get out of this joust quick and get into the zone of Nantes quick, because Nantes have been playing some really good midfield defense. They've just been really quick on their stacks. They've been stunning out everyone in the midfield. They've been doing a really good job of harassing Quackheads in that middle, in that area, and just preventing them from even able to set something up effectively inside the Nantes' zone.
Absolutely, and since one of the players from Quackheads has rejoined, I think they're really taking their maximum allotted time for these timeouts, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but they're trying to reorganize. They're trying to develop maybe a strategy to counter Nantes right now. And with that being said, we'll be readying right back up.
I mean, they've had a good bit of momentum, going into that round 1. They only lost by 2 in the last few seconds. If they can sort of bounce back here, this is when they need to. They need to regain some momentum here. And oh, another missed pass. Those are so unfortunate. Those have really been getting punished well by Nantes. And now the disc inside the zone of Quackheads. The pass to the backside. The goalie all alone in a 1v3. And Nantes tack on another 2 points. Ninja Knight and Alacosta with the assist.
So able to find that turnover, able to find possession, get into the bubble. of Quackheads not really staying true, staying on top of things. And middleman 2QB for Quackheads getting stunned out, but that stack won't get possession of that disc. They'll retreat, get another stun, and be broken up, but looking to apply that pressure and getting another stun will be Charlie 13. So Charlie 13 looking for that pass at mid, will find it to Swift at Bowtie. Swift will get his own stun and sending it down. He won't find that shot, so he won't get that sweet victory on that one, but really just Charlie 13 able to finish it off, but Swift really going for that insult to injury, getting that stun, couldn't finish it off, but Charlie 13 will come through on the assist by Ninja Knight and find that shot at 3 meters.
Nantes are really trying to bury this one now. You know, they have so much momentum. They can afford to play this incredibly aggressive, and I think Quackheads need to recognize this. There's a good slap forward. That's what they need to do. Get it quickly into the zone of Nantes, but as soon as it's there, it gets slapped away. Nantes playing such a good defense here. There's a good save, denying that 3, seemed like a 3 at least, from going in. There's finally a good bit of passing and a clear into the zone of Nantes for maybe the second time this round.
And picking up will be Charlie 13. Charlie looking for his clear. That stack will come back from the bubble of Quackheads. They're going to look for that clear as well, but trying to read it off that Geo would be the backline player middleman, and coming through with their other stack is Quackheads Irony Man to get it, send it right back. And looking to get ahead of this outside the bubble, going for the shot. Middleman finally will find it, sink it, and at 12 meters, that's 3 points on the board.
Huge move there for them to get that 3, and now now's the task at hand, right? You have 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in round 2. You need to lock in this round if you want to take it to a best of 3, and you need to start the comeback. You know, you need to get your hands on this disc. You need to prevent Nantes from pushing forward, which they have been doing very well this entire round. They have been really doing an excellent job of keeping the disc into their hands and getting a good bit of pushing into the zone of Quackheads. There's a good bit of back and forth. The shot dings off of the lower corner of goal. Still though, Nantes have possession and are setting up again for another attempt. To bounce off the wall, goes a bit wide. A clear attempt comes in, and it does get a little bit down the tunnel. Finally they're able to get all the way cleared, and we'll see if the stack and clear can get here in time for Quackheads.
And it will be not winning out on that one. Ninja Knight with it. So they must have got a bunch of stuns in the backcourt of Quackheads, and getting that forward pass and that shot, that one's gonna ding. A lot of dings at distance. They've really got to be feeling that, but they have this 5-point lead. Quackheads has to breathe a sigh of relief, and that will be a clear through mid, but shutting that down will be Ninja Knight. Ninja Knight sending it forward off the wall, and looking to get it will be not, but it will go in the hands of the boss at mid.
Yeah, there was a double stun by Charlie on the stack in midfield. Then he grabs and goes for a laser 3 and misses. And now Quackhead's finally able to get some setup here inside the zone. There's Middleman with the 2 from the backside of goal. And that lead gets closer and closer. As long as Quackheads can keep this momentum, they may be able to take back round 2.
And I know Nant has to be feeling those missed 3s. That's at least 2 missed 3s in this second round. And Quack is able to get down court, able to find the opportunity behind the goal. So they're still within this game. This game has never been outside their reach, and sending it cross to the wall will be Nant. Trying to find that pass into the bubble will be in the hands of Swift. Swift will get stunned out. Another stun, and Quack is really turning up the heat on this defense. It's
I don't know, an excellent bit of work there to keep the stuns, keep the pressure on. There's a couple of shots, a good slap away, denying the goal there. And the Quackheads, like you just said, they have ramped up their defense. There was everyone in the zone to deny that. Here's the stack and clear. Can it get down in time? It might be able to. There's an open 2. It goes in. And now Quackheads only 1 point away from taking the lead on round 2. 1 minute and 45 left. Not a ton of time to work with. We'll see what happens here as Nantes go on the offensive.
They could very well force this third round and just able to take that timeout. That timeout seems to have been in their benefit.
Yeah.
And they did what they had to do. They had to reorganize. They had to find a strategy, and this other long shot will come through. And at this point, Nant just needs to stop taking these long shots. They're not paying off. They're so close, but they're not on the target. And Nant just needs to get into that bubble and keep converting.
Yeah, I mean, they have the lead right now, so at the very least, they just need to hold on to the disc and keep the disc away from Quackheads. There's a good slap clear into the zone, a bit of a bounce onto the backside. There's the push up. The stack's there in time, and the shot goes a bit wide. What could have been the 2 points they needed to get the lead is just barely missed and cleared now down into the zone of Quackheads. Can Quackheads get back and get their hands on disc? They might not be able to. Nantes tries to slap it in, and he does the 3 from Swift. Locking in, I think. Round 2.
Absolutely. And I always forget to start my replays, so I apologize for this. I'm going to get better at this. But a great game nonetheless from both of these teams, and can't take away from that. So with possession will be middleman sending it forward, but it's going to be intercepted. Swift now looking for a long shot, but it's going to be stopped by middleman. And just back and forth right now. It's still 4 points, but this second round is going to be in the hands of Nantes. They're going to take this series.
Nantes doing an excellent bit of work under pressure, and that's what it comes down to. In round 1, they locked in 2 points with 2 seconds left with the defender on the shot taker. In round 2, they lock in a huge 3-point with 30 seconds left. They just managed to get the points when they needed them most and snag these 2 rounds away from Quackheads. And, you know, the connoisseur vote seems to be accurate. The favor was to Nantes, and despite the rank overall in Master, they do manage to get this series with 2 rounds.
Absolutely, and with that being said, that will be the end of this cast with Nantes versus Quackheads. Nantes will be able to come out on top. A really great game. NightFiree, do you have anything to add on that?
Oh, you know, such a fun match. This is why you watch Master Tier matchups. You know, it doesn't matter what's surrounding it, as long as you can get in and tune in. It is going to be a good back and forth, and just an excellent series to watch and to drop by into. I'm super glad I picked it up this afternoon with you, and hats off to Nantes for locking in those 2 rounds.
Absolutely. So with that being said, I'm SputnikKobra. That's been NightFiree. And have a great rest of your evening. And to everyone in NA who's watching, who's tuning in, have a great rest of your day. And thank you all for watching.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.